Hello, everyone. Good day, and welcome to another episode of the Ready, Set, Go show. Today, we have a very special guest joining us again because we had her last month. We have got Miss Heather Hughes, the LinkedIn Lady Boss, with us today, and she takes great pride in helping professionals learn how they can leverage social media to increase their network and grow their business. And many of you know that this month we are talking about building you Inc. So this month we're really today we're focused on how do you build you Inc. using LinkedIn with our LinkedIn Lady Boss. All right. So
Awesome.
Heather, thank you so much for joining us today. It is an honor and pleasure to have you here with us. And as we get started, one of the questions, because as a social media manager myself, one of the questions I know a lot of people are asking is why LinkedIn? Why not Facebook? Why not Twitter? Any of the other social channels out there? But why LinkedIn? Why did you choose LinkedIn?
Because it's a business platform, so people are there to do business. There's no kind of skirting around the issue. Yes, a lot of people do spam on LinkedIn, but I just find that it's more professional. That doesn't mean on the other platforms that they're not. And I will tell you that the average income is generally higher on LinkedIn as opposed to other social platforms. So that means for my services specifically, that more likely than not, the decision maker has the ability to afford my services.
Definitely. That's key because it's kind of like the you wouldn't do business over on Snapchat. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, probably not TikTok, although I hear all the rage of that. But anyone that knows me, I'm somewhat kind of a little bit more serious. I mean, I do have a fun side to me, but I like getting to the point. I don't like to pretend like I'm trying to be friends with people when at the same time I really just want to provide value, and it's my place. That's where I feel comfortable doing it.
That's awesome. And just as a side note, Heather, I'm so excited that you're here and you are teaching our audience about LinkedIn also. And with that, can you tell us what key elements are really essential in building a profile on LinkedIn?
Yeah, so one of the things that people forget, LinkedIn, when it started, it's actually getting ready to celebrate its birthday here in May. It's been around longer than Facebook, believe it or not. So this platform has actually been around longer, but maybe not as many users. And before I tell you the huge little thing about your profile, I forgot what I was going to say.
LinkedIn's
that too.
I have no idea what I was going to say. But so a lot of people think of LinkedIn as your resume. And so if we're here to do business using LinkedIn, we need to actually kind of shift the way we talk and use it more as a sales page. So you want to be sure that people know why you, why me, why I should continue looking at your profile. So what problem do you solve and what benefit are you going to be giving the person that's looking at your profile? So that's kind of stories sell, facts just tell, right? So we need to be a storyteller on our profile. That's it in a nutshell.
Okay.
Yeah, because definitely I know maybe in terms of the I don't know if this is like getting into, no, it's not good, right? Because it's a question that I remember when, like on Facebook, they would tell us, okay, you have to have this, this, and this on your personal profile, and then this, and this on your business page, right? And how does that, like, yes, the story tells, and you hit the nail on the head, because when I first got on LinkedIn, it was just my resume, right? It was just like, this is what I did, this is what I did. But even for those who probably, could you use that same approach, the business approach, to get a job then, if you set it up the same way on LinkedIn?
Great question. So actually, yes, the short answer is yes. So think about you going into a job interview and someone may feel like maybe they're too young or too old. Instead of looking at it that way, look at it as a way to tell a story. Yeah, I may be a little bit younger than everyone else, but here's why that's a good thing. So take your experience and turn it into a story as to why that's a good thing, why your experience is great. So, and listen, it takes a little bit of thought because it's so much easier just to put bullet points of accomplishments in your job. But if you can actually say, we've all accomplished great things in our professional world, but if you can say why it can benefit you, like I had this great experience because, and this is why I think it would be great in whatever it is that you're doing. So I do think that you can actually have it as your resume, but in a kind of neat and creative way, which is kind of fun. Like I actually think it's a creative piece that a lot of people don't take advantage of. Does that answer your question?
Yes, yeah, because I've seen different different people say that you should lay out your, without calling any names, right? Because I don't wanna, but lay out your profile in a different way. So like, if you have an offer, product offer, that would be, instead of what you would have put as your job title, the product offer would have been, and then you talk a little bit about it, as you said, tell the story there.
Right.
But the same thing could happen with, like, if you're getting a job, you'd put the company, but maybe not even the company, but what was the project that you worked on within that company. And it, as you said, it does take a little bit of creativity, trying to think outside the box of just company title, and this is mine.
Well, that's what's so cool about it, is just because it says company and just because it says location, you can actually put anything in those fields. And so play around with it, see how it looks, and have fun with it. And at the end of the day, you just ask someone, does this sound okay? Some people may not like it, and the way I look at it, well, those people are probably not the people that I want to do business with. And same with if you're looking for a job, then those are probably, ideally we all want to be doing what we love to do. So if someone doesn't like it, then they're probably not people that I want to do business with, whether it's for a job or for business. That's facts.
Yeah. Also, we've also heard daily mode of operation. And like on Facebook, you should go in, and if you're doing prospecting, you should make sure you do that every single day and things like that. Is there, and how do I want to say this? First of all, is there a daily mode of operation, and what might that be? What might it look like for LinkedIn?
Sure. There absolutely is a daily method of operation, and definitely consistency is key. I love stats. So I love seeing how many people actually view my profile and that type of thing. And I know when I'm not doing my activity, I can see those numbers drop off. So ideally, if you're not on, I would say the thing to do is to start. So start small, but be consistent. So if you decide that you're going to post on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, post on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Don't do it for a week and then not do it the following week. Ideally, you do want to be there every single day. So what do you do every single day? And how long? Because that's the big question that I guess. How much time do you actually spend on LinkedIn? Well, obviously, I'm on LinkedIn all the time because that's what I do, but I don't just do it for myself. So what do you do? The first thing, and this is the same thing on Facebook, I'm not sure about Instagram, probably on Instagram also, is you want to be social. People forget they go in and they just post and they just, and that's it. And that's it. They don't do anything else. So I always try to, and sometimes it's hard, but the more that you do this, you'll notice you'll get better quality content. So you want to like and comment, and not just great post. Find a post that you actually really resonate with and write a good comment, something very valuable that people are like, well, this person actually took some time to say something. You don't need to do a ton of them, but try to do at least 3 or 4 posts. LinkedIn learns that. They'll start showing more of that type of content. So then your feed looks better, and if you don't do that, you get garbage, to be quite honest, and you'd be like, why am I getting this? This has nothing at all to do with who I am or my value prop. So that's key. I make sure I connect with people, and valuable connections, not just a massive amount of connections. I try to look at everyone's profile that I send an invitation to. I always send a message with those invitations. I don't know about you, but 90% of the people don't. And the people that I accept quicker are the people that have a message as opposed to not having a message. Because I'll go through my invitations and note those are the ones I respond to first. And if I don't have time, because I actually want to pull up their profile and see if I want to be connected with them, if I don't have time, they'll sit there for a while. So that's 2. We have notifications, birthdays, anniversaries, and new jobs. If you're new to LinkedIn, I recommend starting there. Send messages to all those people. It's a great way to be top of mind with them. What else do? I do endorsements, and I post. Obviously, I try to post every single day.
So,
that sounds like a mouthful.
yeah. So kind of as an extension of that, we hear about Facebook's algorithm all the time. And it sounds like LinkedIn must have an algorithm also because of us commenting. But they also say, they being, the famous they, do at least 5 words on your comment. Is there a rule with LinkedIn like that also?
There isn't, and actually, I read. So I've heard the whole 5 words or emojis or whatever. I also have heard that that's a myth. So, and I don't know if that's true. If it's valuable and you're commenting and you don't have 5 words, why waste your words? So, is that true? I don't know the answer to that, but I will tell you there is a magic hour with LinkedIn. So what happens if less than 1% of your connections will actually see your content. So if you're posting and you have a couple of maybe key people that you can say, hey, I just posted this, can you go like or comment on it? And if you get enough traction there, LinkedIn will start showing that content to more people outside of your network, but people that are like that. So ideally, so you may have heard of pods. People sometimes work in pods, but LinkedIn doesn't necessarily really like that. But it's always, so think about it. If you post and then you go like and comment on someone else's stuff, they're going to see your stuff. So it's probably better to post first. So that way they'll see your current stuff to like and comment. So basically it's just a way to kind of go viral. And if you have good content, more people are going to see it because this is actually pretty key, less than 2% of the active LinkedIn users are actually posting on LinkedIn. So if you have valuable stuff, it's important for you to post because there's just not a lot of people out there doing it. So you will stand out from the crowd.
That's true. It sounds very similar. Like some of the things that the pod concept, I know people have done that with YouTube, right? So that they could get people viewing. They need at least 10 unique views to watch it for it to get into the algorithm. But definitely another follow-up question in terms of posting. What about articles? Is that still relevant or
It is really relevant. And the great thing about articles, it actually can be then you could break it down and do a post that will lead to the article. LinkedIn actually rates an article higher on the algorithm. So if you get people liking and commenting actually on the article, not the post that leads to the article, you'll be weighted higher. It's like more points type of thing. So you'll be shown more. So articles are great. And little ninja hack here. Thursday mornings are the best time to post your articles.
Okay. Y'all heard it here. Nugget bomb,
Yeah.
nugget bomb just dropped. So I wanna find out, how do you help entrepreneurs use LinkedIn?
So there's a couple of ways, and ideally, I love that you actually said this, that this podcast or broadcast is part of your brand, because I'm actually getting ready to talk tomorrow, and I'm like, how am I going to talk in person to people without actually showing them things? And I do think that it's important for us to find our brand, and I think that that's key. So I help entrepreneurs find their brand if they haven't already done those exercises. I'm not a business coach. I just may ask you a couple of questions to do that. Ideally, what I do, there's two things that I do. I will either show you your daily, what you should be doing on LinkedIn, so you can go out and do it and drive traffic to you, to your brand, to you. And a business page is great, but people are going to look at your profile before your company page, just like on Facebook. So I'll either show you how to do it, and I say this with extreme caution because LinkedIn does not like this. But I have a done for you service, so I can do it for you. We'll talk about your ideal market. We'll talk about your messages, but let's face it, it's not fun. It's not sexy. So I will spend that hour online doing your connection messages for you. And what your job would be is really to go in and see who's commenting, who's sending you messages, and follow up with those, keep your inbox clean, that type of thing. And I also help with content strategy if you need that. A lot of people are good with that, but they're just not real good at making sure they're front and center with their connections, or even connecting. And a lot of people say, well, I have 300, I have more than enough people. There's a reason why LinkedIn gives you 30,000 connections. So if you have 300, I'm just going to tell you it's not enough.
So LinkedIn has a business page also?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So it's sort of like, except that they don't, as far as I know, they don't really do like the boosting of posts and that type of thing yet anyway. But most of the companies that have company pages, they're maybe a little bit bigger, but the likes and comments are usually coming from the same people over and over again. So as an entrepreneur, I'm trying to work with other entrepreneurs. They're going to look at my profile before they're going to look at my company page. I have a company page. I do find that it's difficult to make sure I have content on both. So if you're going to put up a company page, you kind of have to make sure you're going to put content on it also. Yeah.
Okay. It's very interesting. And it got really quiet at Hillary's, and I see she's muted.
So we can just chit chat. Again, I can talk forever about LinkedIn, so it's super exciting.
Yeah. This has been so enlightening. I've been on LinkedIn for actually years. Got better at it when I started learning more technology, as far as, I don't want to call it fluffing up my profile and things like that, but it made me understand a little more that I could post that. So your information today has been awesome, to get people to possibly, entrepreneurs, looking at LinkedIn if they haven't.
Yeah. So, and I actually didn't realize, so this is clearly not rehearsed. I didn't realize that probably you guys were leading me into talking about my program. So that's why I see the link up. So I am actually working on a course. It's going to be probably a 6-module course, maybe more, depending on once I start to, well, I've already started developing, but how long they actually last. It's going to be a 6-module course with a year membership with 2 live Q&A sessions where I would review what you're doing, why you're not getting results, you know, things that maybe you could tweak type of thing. And I'm taking pre-registration. I do think I'll be ready to launch it in January. So if you're interested and want to find out more, I encourage you to join, because everyone who's on my pre-register list is going to get it for a ridiculous price. Almost like giving it away for free, not quite free, but pretty affordable. So I encourage you guys to do that.
Awesome.
I'm sorry about that. I couldn't unmute because I had a screaming baby right next to me.
That's okay. We survived.
Yes, yes.
Yes, but yeah, so that's why I put up the link so that Heather would be like, yes, okay, cute. But definitely, yes, I love, and I mean that the LinkedIn has been, you know, one of my, as you were talking about the pages and the profiles, and I think, you know, a lot of people, they think, okay, let's do the profile, and they forget, okay, if it's like a corporate brand, a lot of corporate brands, they function from their page, not necessarily a profile. So I just liked how you all brought that in there as well. Definitely. So Heather, thank you so much.
Yes.
So again, for those who want to pre-register for Heather's upcoming course, I think some of us may already be heading to the site. Right, because we know we're desperately in need of some LinkedIn help.
I'm here for you. I love helping people have success. You know, being an entrepreneur is not a solo project, and I think it's important to know when it's time to partner with other people. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So Heather, again, thank you for joining us today, and we
Yes.
will see you all next week. Next week we're talking about a different platform, another platform that's a little undervalued as well in the social media world, right? But we're going to be revealing that other platform next week, and still branding You Inc. using these different platforms outside of, you know, the Instagram, the Facebook, and the more I don't know how to call them, you know, the
more prominent ones.
Yeah.
yes.
Like the Facebook,
Yeah.
right? Facebook.
Yes. All right. So have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank
Bye,
you
everyone.
for having me. It was a pleasure. I love being here. See you guys later.